Hello again everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to the Sunless Sea. We've been traveling around for a little while now, and we've got a variety of things on our mind. Lots of places to visit, lots of things to try to do. What we've just been discovering, though, recently is things have gone a little bit awry in Varkas as a result of our interference. We've also learned that in order to help our Poissonnier and the Chelonet, we need to acquire more hunting trophies, so we're going to have to go looking for those soon. We've also got the intention of heading to the Salt Lions to carry some stone back to London. And we want to drop in at Pigmote Isle and see what's going on there. So Pigmote Isle, I think, is going to be our current destination. Apparently there's supposed to be a banquet in our honor there, since we've helped them achieve independence. But I have had a hard time getting there with something awaiting us, so we're just going to go right around the Khanate this time and go and investigate, because I'd rather not increase their suspicion of us when we already have a hard time reducing it. So we're just going to head around this way. Truth and dreams. We can listen to our dreams, or we can sleep deeply. Let's listen to our dreams and see what we'll learn. A dream of spires. Mirror-faceted pillars rise around us like trees in a forest. More so, because each glows with a shifting green light. The Z laps at the base of the pillars. A voice from above cries out in 7 languages, and we understand each one. Once was this the face of Irem. It will be taken from us. We gained a memory of distant shores and a terror. Well, I don't know what that's all about, but it's certainly unsettling. Because Irem is over here right now, and it's certainly bizarre already. On the plus side, we're heading to a banquet with a good amount of hunger on hand, so we should be able to take advantage of this nicely. And then we'll see what's what, I suppose. See what our friends can do. We might even try and do some repairs with them and see how good they are at repairing our ship. What is this? Crab cake. I forgot about the island of crab cake. Let's fight this jellyfish. Jellyfleur, sorry. My mistake. Come on, Jellyfleur. You are dead. Alright, that was nice and easy. Let's get back over there and grab whatever there is to grab from the spoils. Jellyfleur's End. Let's scoop it up and see what we can learn. Now we have a barrel of 4 more jellyfish. There we go. It'll wait in the hold like a cup of dissolved moon. One day we'll eat it, or perhaps it will eat us. Well, we gained a supply. Unfortunately, we're not going to quite get to Pigmote Isle before all our hunger goes away again. Oh well. We'll have plenty of time to get a little bit more hungry before we get there and can investigate what's going on. Alrighty. Here we are in Saintshaven. The rise of Pigmote Isle. We can compile our port report again. Captain Whiskers, the Admiral calls us. Very nice. Okay. So we can either have a banquet in our honor, or we can go request repairs. Let's do the banquet in our honor, though. We've never done this before. King Raisnaw and First Minister Edgar invite us and the crew to share Pigmote's bounty. A meal fit for emperors. We have to kneel at the long table, but none rise without eating their fill. United Meridia is flourishing. London may laugh at its new neighbors, but other powers have sent envoys to negotiate for Sintalak. Spiced soup is followed by glistening haunches of meat wrapped in tender chickenwood strips. Both are merely appetizers. By dessert, you fear having to be rolled back aboard ship. The Seneschal orders the leftovers delivered to the hold. We've lost 5 terror, we've gained a supply, and we've lost 6 hunger. Alright, that's probably a very nice thing if we come back here and we're hungry. Because that'll probably eliminate all the hunger we have. Let's request repairs, though. 125 echoes for repairs. Let's see how good they are. Let's see how good they are. That was pretty good. Well done. It's a little bit more expensive than the Wolfstack Docks repair for full hull, which gives 100 for full, but that's not bad. The rest do an excellent job patching the leaks and beating the hull into shape. All shall be well, as they say on Wolfstack Docks. Interesting. Okay, so it's expensive, but it does the job. We'll keep that in mind. It's only slightly more expensive than the cost of doing it in London, though. Okay, from here we could head to the Salt Lions, but we're definitely over encumbered with supplies. I might actually just abandon some food and fuel on the way back, and we'll make do with what we get from our port report turn-ins in order to replenish our supplies. Because I'd really like to see what happens if we can acquire the load of stone and deliver it. I assume we just get some money, but I want to know what happens if we go back to the Salt Lions after doing that, and if they change at all. Because that's what I think is potentially really interesting, is if the Salt Lions actually get changed by us taking the stone away. It's definitely a potential, I think, so I want to investigate and see what happens. Okay, well, we're on our way up there. Hopefully we'll find some other little nasties for us to do battle with along the way to hopefully pick up some other interesting supplies. Hopefully, though, ones that don't take space in our hull, because we're kind of limited in that front right now, since we're trying to clear out enough space to pick up 20 pieces of stone. That's the main reason I've never done it, is it just takes so much space, and the Salt Lions are generally not on the path that I come back, since I normally go out and then in the middle, rather than going in the middle and out the top. So, it normally just doesn't work out that way, but let's go and investigate and see what we can find this time. Horrors below. Well, let's try and catch him again. Not this time. Not this time. Our crew attempted to dissuade us, but we're determined. The nets and harpoons come out and we busy ourselves. The sea roils. The ship pitches wildly. Below the ship, for an instant, we see a vast eye glare up, golden as a lost sun. Sailors cry out and fall to their knees. It closes, and the sea is dark again. Well, we've gained 5 terror, 5 fragments, we've lost 1 hull, and gained 1 tale of terror. We just, tried to pick up the Kraken there, didn't we? Whoops. That was probably not wise. Let's keep sailing, and just ignore the 1 hull damage that we have. Didn't happen. Never happened. It never happened, lads. Never happened. Alright, if we keep going up north, we should be able to hopefully get enough space in our hull to pick up what we want. If we're lucky, something will fight us here, and we'll get something interesting on as loot, but we'll see. I may also stop by Vendorbite on the way back, but we'll be potentially pushing things at that point, because we'll have limited supplies and food. We'll see. Or fuel, rather. Supplies and fuel. We'll stop by the Salt Lions, though, and see what they want. Trying to control the panic here, which is why we have the lights on, plus it helps us reduce our fuel. Which is not something you normally want to do, but in this case, it's useful. Alright, we'll make our way up to the Zeal port here and see if we can't pick up a load of Sphinx stone. Start disassembling this area. The Salt Lions. Carry Sphinx stone to London. Do we have enough space? It costs us 200 echoes to even do this. We don't have enough space yet, so we'll have to discard some things. We'll get rid of our strange catch. Can I not? Oh, I can do it this way, right. We'll get rid of our strange catch. Maybe the candles. They're fairly valuable. They're more valuable than some of these supplies and things. So we'll get rid of a couple supplies to get ourselves down to 20. And we should be able to make the trip back with the rest. I don't like throwing out supplies, but we've never done this and I think it's worth doing. The Unmakers are here to reduce the Salt Lions to rubble 1 block at a time. We'll carry the rubble back to London. We've lost 200 echoes and gained 20 Sphinx stone. If the stones weep, an Unmaker advises us, ignore them. Unless they flood your hold, of course. Then you should probably drop them overboard. Don't tell anyone I said that. Alright, well, we've acquired some of the stones. We could do it again, but we don't have anywhere near enough space. So that's not going to work. We could visit the Unmakers, but they'll give us supplies, and that won't... we'll have no room. We'll say hi anyway, though, I guess. Oh no, we've just lost 5 terror and gained a fragment. Okay. This is nothing new, though, so we're going to sail away. Okay. Well, we did it. We've acquired a large capacity of Sphinx stone, and now we have to just make it to London with what little supplies we have left, so let's get moving. turn off the lights for now so we can make our fuel last just that little bit longer, since we are a little bit limited now in what we can do. Do you want to kill the jellyfish? It's another jellyfleur. We should be able to handle it. Even if it does manage to hit us, we should be fine. It won't get to, though. Not with the power of our blue scintillac, where we can simply be prepared to attack immediately again. Let's scoop this one up. This time we have a strange catch. And I guess we have space for it now, because we just used up some of our fuel and some of our food. So what do you know? We threw away a strange catch and immediately got another one. No hunting trophy, though, which is unfortunate. That would have been nice. I guess we'll stop by Guider's Mourn on the way in and see if we can't do anything there. That doesn't look normal. Alright, there they go. They just got stuck for some reason. Won't question it. We'll just sail along. I may need to turn the lights off, though. We're burning through our fuel pretty quickly here. We are panicking a little bit, but we're back up to 61, which I think is fine for now. It'll take a little while to get back up to what I consider worryingly high. Let's drop in at Guider's Mourn and see if anything interesting happens for us here. I'd love to go by and see Vendorbite on the way back in. It's very close to the home, but we'll see. We can overhear rumors of a pirate poet, but I believe we don't actually have access to this story. I think it's Kickstarter backers only or something. I'm not entirely sure about that. Let's get our port report of Guider's Mourn. Well, it worked, but we lost a crew in doing it. Unfortunate. She's gone now, and we've gained 5 terror as well. I think that's every time we've come here we've failed that challenge. I don't think we've ever actually not done that. Alright. We could stay here, but I think we're going to just sail on. I think we're fine as it is. So let's just keep moving. Let's keep moving. If we do head over to Vendorbite, it is right over there. I'm tempted. I want to go by and see what they have in store for us, because there's a lot of weird events in Vendorbite. A lot of weird events in Vendorbite. We've hardly been there at all. The number of strange occurrences you can run into as you try and do the explore Vendorbite options are fairly diverse. So I think we're going to head over there quickly, even though it's probably a bad idea, and see if we can't do something interesting there while we drop by. We'll see if we regret it, but we have plenty of resources, so we should be able to buy more fuel if we do need some. And our food situation should be absolutely fine. We should be able to make it, I think. I'm not worried too much about the food situation, though, because we'll have bats and auroral megalopses to kill, which should mitigate any running out of food problems we might have otherwise run into. But the fuel is a bit of a concern. Let's keep moving. Turn the lights back on at this point. There's an auroral megalops, but we're not going to turn around. Fuel is the big problem right now, so we can't afford to back up to go kill one. There's Horniman's stag. Let's scoot our way up diagonally through here so we can use as little fuel as possible. We're in the light, so we can turn our light off again. Try and make our fuel last for as long as possible. We're probably going to pick up 1 or 2 more on the way back, but overall I think we should be fine here. Alright, Vendorbite, what secrets do you have in store for us today? Let's explore the city. Explore Vendorbite. Ah, a raggedy fellow.
Captain, I'm a good seaman. I'll own yours if you'll have me. Will you have me? I'm hungry. I'll work hard.
He seems likely enough, if a little ragged and sorrowful. He pays passage home, which is really expensive. I don't know what this does. I don't really want to do it because it costs us 250 echoes, but since it costs 250 echoes, it might be interesting, so let's try it. We're probably never going to do this again if it's not a really good reward, but let's find out what happens if we pay his passage home.
Thank ye, Captain. All I can give ye is my blessing, poor raggedy thing, and this cloak, raggedier yet, but it was good carnate work once. Safe Z's to ye.
No. Okay. Well, we've gained an outlandish artifact, and we've lost 5 terror. That's A fairly expensive outlandish artifact, though. Unfortunate. Oh, interesting. We can give them a strange catch, and they'll give us a fee and supplies in exchange. I didn't know that was a thing you could do here. Well, we have one, so let's try it. We were unlucky. I don't know what that means, but, what we could have gotten instead. Either way, we gained 5 echoes and a supply. Probably the option would have been getting more money or more supplies if we had been lucky, but, I didn't even know that was a thing, so I'll take it. While we're here, we'll grab a fuel. That should be more than enough to make sure we get back safely. You can sell a monstrous almanac here, but we don't have any of those, of course. Interesting. Okay, well, let's get moving. Let's get moving. A fairly expensive experiment today, but so it goes. I want to come back to Vendorbite, though, and experiment more here, because we've seen the same, like, 3 or 4 events a bunch of times, but I'm pretty sure there's a whole pile of them there. So if we can get some of the more varied ones, we might discover some interesting things. For now, though, we're just going to take a straight shot back to Fallen London. Maybe we'll follow the coast this time and see what we can find along the side there. Maybe there's some locations we haven't uncovered before by sailing alongside. Maybe not, though. There's Davies Bay. Surprisingly built-up community, just sitting on the side of the Z here with no way to dock. Wonder what else there is. There's something. Prickfinger Wastes. I'm sure we've seen these before. I guess the map just decided not to uncover itself, as it sometimes does. And there's Lower Barnet. This is nothing new at all. Strange. Well, we'll come right by the coast. Oh, what's this? Dreams of a city. Here is a city of sandstone and granite. The inhabitants walk gossiping in the streets, sipping dark wines. They're dressed for a warm day, but it is the night of the Neath here. There is an air of uneasy celebration. Let's listen. I have a feeling this is related to our nightmares, but we'll find out. No. There is an air of celebration. As with many languages spoken in dreams, we understand the meaning without understanding the words. A great disaster has been averted. The king's folly is ended by the princess's cunning. The heralds of night are bound. Yes, the sun is gone, and no, the places below ground are not what had been taught, but perhaps that's for the best, considering. It will be remembered. They will mark triumph. We wake. What language were they speaking? We've gained 2 fragments and 2 terror. Well, we should be able to make it back to, London no problem at this point. We'll have to take a little bit of a wider angle around this corner here, but we've got plenty of fuel and supplies left. Interesting. Some strange things out there, folks. Some strange things out there indeed. We'll stop by the docks, get our nice little terror reduction, and we'll go from there. Now, I think that, I think coming back to the docks with something awaits you is what triggers whether or not you get the panic reduction, but that's also what triggers time passing, I think, in the Neath. So if there are timed things, that, I think, has a major element to play there. Hello, revenue men! You're back again! Well, I have nothing to hide from you. We have no sunlight-filled mirror catch boxes, no romantic literature, nothing else. So, yeah, go ahead. They roam our deck like wolves. They tear through our belongings like termites. At last they leave. We'll sigh our breath of relief. There we go. Our nightmares have gotten stronger, unfortunately, but our terror is back down to 50. Collect our messages from the Harbor Master. We have another free evening. The Alarming Scholar has invited us back to the university again, and someone wants to sign on. Another day. Time, the healer. Yes. I think this, this is what I'm talking about. If we don't come back here with something awaits you, I don't think that happens, but I don't know for sure. Also, we have a couple interesting things here, because we talked to the charming Deviless last time we were in Mount Palmerston, and she wanted to have us go talk to them, so that could be interesting. We have a couple things to do, though, quickly here. So first of all, we'll head to our home and deliver the Sphinx Stone in London. Let's see what happens here. Special constables. Black uniforms, distinctive caps, the badge of the Ministry of Public Decency. Wait with a cart. Okay.
Sign. 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 Here's a discretion contract. Here's a penalty contract.
Our vision is blurred by the end of it all. The cart rumbles off into the coiling fog. Here's our reward. We've lost 2 terror. We've delivered Sphinx Stone. We've gained 500 echoes. That's not a bad return. And we no longer have any Sphinx Stone. We'll have to go back and see if we can do it again. Let's try and hire on new recruit. It's just a Zailor. Well, I can afford to take another Zailor on board. We have plenty of space. There we go. Don't necessarily need a full crew, but I'm okay with it right now. Dark Spectacled Admiral. We have new strategic information from heading to Frostfound, so that worked out well. Let's submit our port reports, though, quickly and acquire some more resources now that we have space. Guider's Mourn. Brimstone Convention. These aren't new. The new one that I'm going to take a look and pause at is the change that's happened in Varkas. Godfall. Vendorbite. Wither. Nuncio. Pigmotile. Mangrove College. Savior's Rocks. There we go. Nice reward for that one, but it does cost a wine to do. Polythreme. We went to a lot of places on this run. Where's Varkas's? Why are these all down here? We went to a lot of places. Wow. Alright, the Empire of Hands. Frostfound. We really did travel to a lot of places on that outing. Wow, look how much fuel we've acquired. We were at 2. And we're still not done. The Chelinet, yeah. There we go. Codex. Wow. Khan's Shadow. We've lost 5 terror for that one, which is always fun. 30 echoes and a fuel. Irem. Salt Lions. We're gonna run out of space just trying to fill up our fill out of these. Varkas. Now this is the one I'm interested in. Trouble afoot in the City of Light. No new favor for them. Gain 30 echoes and 1 fuel. Really, nothing new. I thought that was going to be an interesting one, because we hadn't actually done that one. Well, let's see what he wants. If we, ask him anything in particular he needs. He wants strategic information from Polythreme. Okay, so I think what we're going to do this time, then... No, we're not selling you the Memento Mori. When we set out to sea next, what we're going to do is we're going to go do a run from here out to Mount Palmerston. So we'll go up this way, Polythreme, Mount Palmerston, then we'll come back through the Salt Lions and Vendorbite, because I want to go pick up more stone. I want to drop in Vendorbite and see if we can get something interesting to happen there, because I'm pretty sure we could get a Sooth long box there that we can bring to Station 3, so we can get the heart-shelled silver that we need for Port Cecil. Because since it's Vendorbite, that's where all of the people are already in, the colonists are already in coffins anyway. I have a feeling that's a place we can get them without having to just kill monsters to get them. So I want to try and get one that way, so we can try and get the heart-shelled silver we need to make more progress in that, so that we can make progress towards our story. Because we've been doing a lot of stuff, but not a whole lot of it has actually made a huge amount of progress towards finishing our story. But we got more stuff to do here in town first. We have to talk to this now. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Look at this. That's very interesting. Okay. This is Hell's Foothold in London. It's warm, bright, and handsome. Every window blazes with light. There's a screech, abruptly cut off from the excruciation annex. We can pass on the wistful Deviless's information. The Deviless has provided intelligence from inside the Brimstone Convention, the aristocrat exiles of Hell. Hell will no doubt be interested. We can sell them a crate of human souls. We can give him a port report on fallen London. Or we can sell a shipment of red honey to the Brass Embassy. Let's pass on the information. A warm welcome. An urbane devil ushers us into a copper-paneled interview room. There are hunting prints on the walls, but the hunters are devils, and their quarry women and men. The devil listens, fingers steepled, to our story, nodding encouragingly.
That's terribly helpful of you. Terribly helpful. Could I have the message, please?
He reads it with interest.
Oh, that's very good. Allow me to offer a consideration to you. Here, for your trouble. Bring me more and I'll give you something else. But, do you mind performing some independent verification? You know how expats can get. Sometimes their imagination runs away with them. Anyway, here's a little present for your source.
We no longer have our message. We have 150 echoes and a gift for the Wistful Devil S. It's a bug? Take a look at that in a second. A beautifully enameled bug. Its eyes glisten like digestive fluid. I wonder if that's the kind of thing she'd want. Also, I wonder what this is for. Why do we have a tooth of the snow child? I guess it's a memento that we had the snow child with us. Okay, well that was very strange. Very strange indeed. I wonder how you get a fallen London port report. The scholar has another... Looks like they have another supply for us. They say, you've been so very helpful. I wanted to give you something for your next voyage. I bottled it myself. 2 supplies. Interesting. Our business with the alarming scholar is concluded, for now. We could give them some more stuff. We have a ton of things. We have the unread log we found earlier. We have a whole selection of Z stories and memories of distant shores. Let's give 2 memories of distant shores in, just to see what they do. Oh, there you go. Favors antiquarian increased to 6. As the alarming scholar listens, tears well in the depths of those shining, or is it blazing eyes? They overflow, splashing onto the desk blotter. Stop! She sobs at last. This is too beautiful. Allow me to bring the macabre memories. I wish each individual tone recalled. Well, we gained 10 echoes, and our favors antiquarian is increased to 6. I don't know what that does, but he looks interesting. Let's do one more, because we have 30 of these, so I can afford to use a couple. Same message, of course. Favors antiquarian is increasing, allegedly, but not to anything new. I guess it has a couple of steps before it goes up to another stage. Okay, well, we're not going to give her anything else for now, or him. We will go to our lodgings, though, and spend time with our family. I wonder what happens with time with our family now that our child has left the Z. Alright, fair enough. So we can't give them items anymore, but we can just enjoy their company. An evening in the parlor with our child and our sweetheart, and so to bed. We've gained a restful night. Oh, very nice. And lost 20 terror. Crumpets and bolete jam, and what happens when you spin a child round so fast they're very nearly sick. Quiet at evening's end, shared stories, bats beating at the windows, and much later, the warmth of renewed passion after the cold salt of the sea. Alright, I'm glad we got the restful night, though. That makes things nice and easy. Didn't even have to spend any money to sleep in my own house that time. Anything else we need to do while we're here? Well, we need to probably pick up some supplies. Our hold is fairly empty right now. I might get rid of these casket of sapphires, but we might hold on to them too. The zoop seems like it might be important. I don't know if I want to get rid of that either. It's not very nice having to abandon supplies in order to actually do the things that we want to do, but I don't know. We're going to buy some supplies, though, so we can head out again. We have a fairly long voyage ahead of us, so we're going to grab everything we need. We'll probably burn out of resources just in time to pick up the Sphinx Stone on the way back. I think it'll all work out in the end. We do have a fairly nice amount of money, though. 2,615 echoes is nothing to be scoffed at. Nothing to be scoffed at all. We should also take a quick look in our home, though. Because... here it is. Is there anything in our study we can make? I don't think so. I don't think we have any of the specific objects we need. No. We don't have a shrine to stone, because we don't have any captivating treasures left. We don't have enough lamentable relics to make the anatomical cabinet. We don't have a live specimen. We don't have enough of these. If we can get enough of these items, we'll definitely make these fancy specialties here, because they're fairly unusual. We probably won't use them, because they take up an auxiliary space on our ship, and right now we have our clay men in there, and I quite like having them. The extra engine power and iron is quite nice, especially because it reduces the max crew, which means we can have fewer crew on board without having to worry quite so much about running out of enough crew to be above 50% and losing our ability to go faster. We still need Aposion, Cosmogone, Gunt, and Irigo. Well, I guess we'll keep going. And see what's what. Oh boy. Not to now, though. For now, we're going to end this episode here. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed this episode of Sunless Sea, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking it out. I know we've been going to the series for quite a long time. I'm still enjoying it, though, so I'm going to keep doing it. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, bye-bye.